This is Revelation chapter 3, verse 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. I want to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Harakadash. Double honor star apostles, a great millstone who will wear to tell us his truth. Peace, love, and blessed salutations to you, Akim, that's part of the Bahasham, the house of David. All right, through the Spirit, I want to bring this out. My brother had posted this up, and I'm going to go into it. As you see, major C19, you got to speak in code, jab, studies find heart risk are rare, and the real threat is being unjabbed. Okay? So, you know, these devils have a narrative. Okay, and when you look the word narrative up, and actually I did, all right, it says a tale, and this is in the etymology, a story connected account of particulars of an event or series of incidents. And one event or series of incidents were what? The C19, the pandemic, all right? And now they are telling a story of, where'd it go? That's not it. They are telling a story of the real threat is being not jabbed. Okay, and they make movies about, you know, the outcast of society, or better yet, being off the grid. Okay, from people not taking things, you know, that were given in society, so to speak. Okay, which the real, honestly, when you look at it, the real threat of this C19 or whatever, you taking it, all right. In fact, the real threat was the jab anyway. All right. And those risk and heart problems and things of that nature, all right, through the Spirit, okay, they're real. We done seen people on or athletes on fields, man, just drop dead out of nowhere. You know, people coming out of hospitals dying, and you know the doctor or whoever operated on them saying them having big blood clots within their body. But now this man's creating a narrative that that the real threat is being unjabbed, all right, which creates the narrative of persecution. I'm gonna read this, Revelation chapter 12, verse 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. And there's a lot of people that took it. There's a lot of people that didn't. Okay? But the main people targeted that didn't take it should have been you brothers in the faith. Okay? We don't care about what General Yahawah or Bishop Nate said about you know, taking this jab, because General Yahawah said take it. You know, we're gonna have a good summer, so to speak. We're gonna be at the beach and all this. Which you know, through the Spirit, you weren't supposed to take it. All right, you're supposed to trust in the Lord. Okay, let me get this. All right, you're supposed to trust in the Lord, man, because the scripture's talking about how Yahawashi gave the herbs, man. I think that's in Psalms. Actually, let me try to find that. Herbs. Slovakia. Herbs for healing. I know there's one in Psalms. I think it's 10 something, if I'm not mistaken. Bear with me one moment. Let me try to look for herbs in Psalms. Bear with me. But anyway, you wasn't supposed to take that, all right? And if you did get so-called, a little, under the weather, here it is, a little under the weather, all right, there's herbs that you can take. That's why this man has, when you talk about herbs and you talk about specific things on the tube, he takes it down because the knowledge. Hey, what's the best thing? How do these pharmaceutical companies and hospitals, how do these doctors make their money? By keeping you sick. This is Psalms 104:14. It says, he causeth the grass to grow for the cattle, and herb for the service of man. I would name off some, but I don't want this to get cut. That he may bring forth food out of the earth, and wine that maketh glad the heart of man, and oil to make his face to shine, and bread which strengtheneth man's heart. So we deal with herbs, okay? We deal with the herbs, man. Let me see real quick. Wisdom of Solomon 7. So you Israelites that took it, all right? Yeah, you might not be a target, but all in all, at the end of the day, the Most High gonna get you. This is Wisdom of Solomon chapter 7, verse 17. For he hath given me certain knowledge of things that are namely. And remember, the scriptures say that wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. To know how the world was made in the operation of the elements. And a lot of us brothers got some of this knowledge, man. All right. The beginning, ending, in the midst of times, which the Yahawashi declared the end from the beginning, which going into prophecies. Okay. The alteration of the turning of the suns and the change of the seasons. We go into the lunar moon, which the moon means month. All right. That's where we determine the Sabbath and the high holy days on. All right. It says the circuits of years and the position of stars, the natures of living creatures and the furies of wild beasts, the violence of winds and the reasonings of men, the diversities of plants and the virtues of roots. Right. So let's look up this word virtue. All right. He said the diversity of plants and the virtue of roots. All right. So virtue, it says, let me actually tap it. Moral life and conduct, a particular moral excellence. All right. Excellence or worth, goodness, manliness. So you brothers out there should know the virtue of roots also, the excellence of them, the goodness of them. All right. There's another one too. Verse 2. Let's see what this says. Basically the same thing, goodness. So when you go to back to this, I said nigga woman being loud, man. But if you took this, all right, yeah, they might not see you as a threat, but you weren't supposed to take it. All right, but the real threat, and you have, you got the people in the reason I brought out Revelation, the 3rd chapter, to try the whole world is because when the jab comes out, all right, not the jab, the C hip comes out, all right, the ones, see, this is just a prelude, man. The ones that have not taken that, it's going to be the same narrative, meaning the same story, okay? Major C19 study finds heart risks are rare and the real threat is being unjabbed. And then the next thing you're going to know, the real threat is going to be not having a C hip in your forehead or in your right hand. All right? And look at this. I'm going to read a little bit of this, man. This is funny. Even while C19 vaccines have been hailed as one of the greatest achievements in modern science, which is bullshit, they have been swirled in misinformation, which is not misinformation, perpetuated by an anti-vac figures and organizations who question their efficiency and robust safety records. See, that's demonization right there. Okay, that's demonization, which we don't really go into it as much as we used to when it first came. You know, we ain't out there on, on the street corners with picket signs and, don't take this, and that's not us. We tell you don't take it. If you don't take heed, of the Most High destroy you. That's it. All right. The jabs have been even wrongly blamed for high-profile health events like LeBron. Look at it. Look at how they sweeten him up. Bronny James. You doubles, man. That's why you're gonna get removed out of rulership. All right. It says suffered a cardiac arrest during practice, while research has shown that C19 infection is linked to an increased risk of in myocarditis, which is inflammation of the heart muscle. How and if that translate causations from vaccines and been widely taken out of context, which is a lie because, like I said, a lot of people have been found to have blood clots after taking that, big blood clots. So obviously that that jab messes with your flow of blood or your bloodstream. All right, it causes a clotting, which clotting blocks blood flow from getting through to your major arteries, one being your heart. All right. Let me see. So they're trying to basically, when you read this, trying to separate. They call the facts of what this poison does to you. All right, they call it fiction, and they're trying to separate the facts of what this poison does to you. All right, they're trying to separate the facts, man. Look, it says they're trying to call it fiction. All right, they're trying to separate the facts and call it fiction, which is bullshit. All right. I'm not gonna go too much into this. I don't want them to, cut it. But hey, man, it just goes into persecution. All right, it just goes into persecution. It goes into, Salakia. Like I said, what you brothers should have known. You Israelites that took it should have, basically been on the herbs. You got scared, like the apostle taught. You got scared. You lacked faith. Okay. The Most High is dealing with men with faith. Even when this comes around, right? And like I said, going into the C hip, all this is a prelude of what they're gonna do with people that don't take that C hip. All right. Because that's really Revelations, the 3rd chapter. All right, in the 9th verse, 9th, 10th verse, okay? That's really what that is. I'm gonna actually get that, and I'm gonna close out with it. Because if you take that, all right, I'm gonna get the judgment too. Revelations 13 and 16, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, which we know the mark is charagma. And we're going to go through this every week, every day if we have to. All right? Because everybody's going to know that they should have known not to take this charagma or sihip. And that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. All right. And this is when stuff is going to get real. This is when Revelations 12 and 12 is going to get real, real, real. All right. I have one more scripture. And I'm going to get the judgment if you do take it. Okay. And I'm going to close it out with that. But like I said, it's the narrative, man. All right. This is Revelations 14 and 9. And the third angel followed them, saying with the loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in their forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahawah, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb, that nuclear fire. All right. So they're making this narrative, all right, to set up the stage when they bring the C-hip in for the outcasts that don't take it, all right, to be looked at as a threat, all right? Shalom.